Hi, my name's Lieutenant John Paul Thieber. I'm with Toledo Fire. Been here since 1992, September 11th when I was hired. Like every shift, every station is different. You know, we come in the morning and try to set up your day. You know, everybody throws, we throw in $10 each person for all meals, whether it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or lunch and dinner. Breakfast is typically, it could be cereal, or breakfast is a little more extravagant. Today you were coming, so we're making eggs and bacon and potatoes, but that's A shift does that as well. A shift, they follow us. There's 3 shifts, A, B, and C. We're C shift. But that's pretty much it. I mean, we make lunch and dinner and breakfast, and when we plan the day, typically it's what's on sale. You know, that's what dictates dinner.
Rachel Dorn, private paramedic diver hazmat at Station 5. I'm Smokey's handler. Smokey has been nothing but an absolute joy to everybody here and all the different crews that come by. There's people's family members that'll stop by and see him, whether they're working or it's their off days. Pretty burnt out pretty quick here, and he does a really good job of making sure that that's not going to be a long-term thing. Keeps it pretty short-term for us. This dog is constantly happy, so that can be pretty contagious to all of us too.
My name's Tom. I'm a lieutenant here at Station 5, and I'm here to serve the citizens of Toledo. Question we get a lot of times is, why does a fire truck come to an emergency medical run? The reason is because the way we're distributed throughout the city, that's the quickest way for us to get medical attention to somebody that needs it. People ask, well, my problem wasn't that serious. Why did a fire truck come? When you call 911, we have to assume that it's an emergency. So you call 911, we believe it's an emergency, we respond with everything that would be appropriate if it was an emergency.
Still only about 8:05 in the morning, and we're a big coffee drinking station, so we all have to kind of keep a good watch on this and make sure there's always something. We always got people visiting, so coffee's pretty big here.
My name's Alan. I'm a diver and a fireman for the City of Toledo Fire Department. I work at Station 5, and I'm here to serve the citizens of Toledo.
Lunch is consistent of leftovers from last day's dinner, or the day we worked before, which today is, what's today? Wednesday. Tuesday. So we work Saturday, so what we ate for dinner on Saturday is usually lunch for Tuesday. And then we make a big mess of meal for dinner for today, and that may be lunch for next day. If not, you do what you can. Could be spaghetti or macaroni and cheese or whatever, soup and sandwich, nothing extravagant. But and then as you put money in, you could build up money and maybe have a bigger dinner for something special. So that's basically it.
Yeah, one of the downsides of the job is exposure to lots of new and interesting people who are full of new and interesting diseases. So when we're taking 15, 20 runs a day, we meet 15, 20 different people who with different sicknesses or injuries, and unfortunately a lot of times those illnesses cross over to us. We do what we can to fight them and stay healthy and keep our immune systems strong, but sometimes it just doesn't work, and we end up getting sick, and we end up coming to work and sharing it with all of each other because we all live together. So staying healthy is a prime concern, but it's not always the easiest thing to do here.
We're in the dorm because people have asked, what do you guys do when you sleep, when you're at the station? We are typically allowed to go to bed around 11 o'clock, 2,300 hours military. When the tones go off, we'll slide the pole, the brass pole, which is a rare thing. I think we only have 4 stations out of 19 firehouses that still have brass poles in the station. We have the tallest because we have the tallest building. But typically you're laying here in the middle of the night and somebody calls 911 and up you jump, and you know, we'll slide that pole and get down to the rigs below us, directly below us, and go off to what the nature of the call is. Good morning, Dispatcher Hesse. This is Lieutenant Thieber, Station 5. I'd like to do a radio test for our station for Gabe from the city of Toledo. Yes, sir. All right, thank you. So when the tones go off, you know, they alert the radios. The radios then go through the speaker system throughout the station. The job is to be the watchman of the day and that's just an old term, but watch person would then come in and hit the lightning bolt on the receiver to let the dispatch center know that we received their transmission for the call to this station. When we're in the station, that's how they alert us. If we're on the street, on the rig, they would contact us by the radio. So right now the dispatch is going to give us a radio test.
Special test for station 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Special test for station 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 at 9:06.
And that will beep until we acknowledge it, and then we hit the lightning bolt and it acknowledges it, and then they come back usually with a timestamp, and then we're good to go. So if that doesn't work and everybody's not coming to the rig, if it's fire, we yell fire over the PA system, and then occasionally we'd hit the gong, which is what it's supposed to do, alert everyone. The reasons why we get a special radio test is because maybe they'll send a radio transmission out for a run to this station, and if it fails to come across, they'll follow up if we don't get to the rig, and because then we go to the rig, we have a 2-minute scramble time. We get to the rig, we hit en route, and we go to the select channel that the run is on, whether it's an EMS call or a hazmat call or a water rescue call or a fire call. We go to that channel that's dictated, and we go en route, and if we don't, then they call and say, did you go en route? Excuse me. Station 5, Lieutenant Beaver.